right, so thank you for tuning in, and I wanted to just share some thoughts on this symbol here, which is called the Sri Yantra. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but the story real quick is that I have a wellness center in the Bay Area, and this is a creation by one of our local vendors, and it's used for a grid and placing crystals on it and such. So I've actually had it here for several weeks, and today started really thinking about it while I was thinking about the third eye. So I decided to look into it and see why I was so attracted to this symbol. And of course, as synchronicity has always taught me, everything happens for a reason. So this is the last piece here from her set, and what it actually represents is, so yantra is a geometrical symbol based on sacred geometry. So this has been around for thousands of years, this symbol. Now, something called cymatics or cymatics is the process of watching sound into matter. So it's creating form from sound and vibrations. And there is something called a tonoscope, which is able to take a picture, a snapshot, kind of like an X-ray of that image produced by the sound. So you may have seen a few of these images around, but I wanted to go back to this here. So the Sri Yantra is a representation for creation. So it's supposed to have the feminine, which is pointing downwards, the triangle pointing downwards, and the masculine, which is the triangle pointing upwards. And if you focus your vision on the center, you're supposed to be able to visualize creation. That's what they say. And so what I wanted to, the reason why I wanted to make this video is that the third eye, when we have our chants, the Om chant is linked to activating the third eye. So when you say Om, that vibration is the frequency of your third eye, which therefore awakens it. And interestingly enough, the Om sound on cymatics, when they took a picture, is exactly the symbol. So this here could be, I'm making an assumption, is a direct representation of the frequency of Om. And if that's the case, then the way symbols work, as far as I understand it, is our subconscious already knows what it means. Our subconscious already knows what all of this means. So when we look at the symbol, we are actually reminding ourselves of that and forming new patterns. So my research brought me to some connections where people were using this as part of their meditation. So what I wanted to do is play a specific vibration that I used for my third eye awakening about 4 years ago. It's at 288 hertz frequency, found on YouTube. And I'm also going to play this sound bowl. And what I would like you to do is to just look in the center of that and visualize yourself breathing from this part of your face. So as if you have an eyeball, but instead of an eyeball, it's a mouth, and that mouth is breathing. So as you breathe in, you're breathing in through that energy is coming in through this center. And as you exhale, it's coming out through that as well. So I'm going to play this here. And if you could just focus on that center piece right there. So this centerpiece is supposed to represent the center point of creation, with the triangles pointing up representing the masculine energy and the triangles pointing down as the feminine energy. And I've never meditated to this symbol before. This is also my first time doing this. I'm actually doing it to the reflection of this live stream, and it is it's giving me an interesting sensation, probably because I can feel the vibration of the frequency that I'm playing, which also helps. So I encourage you to look into and continue these different practices to awaken your third eye. And the reason we do that is to expand our awareness of self. What are we capable of? What's our purpose? What can we do? What are we here to do? How can we do it? And receive inspiration and really figure out our true experience in the best possible way. So thank you for tuning in, and as I find these things out, I share them with you, and they are not truths, they are not my truths, they are someone's findings, and it is fun to experiment and try them out for ourselves. So have a fabulous rest of your day, and keep on expanding your awareness.